Hello, my name is Dylan Stocks, and I will be your social worker today. Um, I will be connecting you and providing you with the different kinds of resources, um, being a support system, and just listening to the issues that you have came to me today to discuss about. But before we get started, I would like to present to you this confidentiality form, and what this states is that anything that you release, any kind of information that you release to me stays between you and me, and I will not be allowed to tell anyone else outside of this room unless I have reasonable belief that you're intending to harm yourself or someone else, in which case I would go to my superior or the authorities. And by you signing that, you agree to the limits that I have presented to you. Okay? So, Ms. Bullard, I read your file, I read your report, and it stated that you just recently found out that you were pregnant. Um, can you tell me a little bit about how you felt whenever you found out the results of the test?
Honestly, I was just really scared and stressed out. I don't know how I'm gonna raise a baby or have a baby right now.
Yeah, it seems like that can be overwhelming. Like, that's a lot of stuff on your plate with attending school, balancing school and schoolwork, and trying to raise a baby. Do you work anywhere? Are you employed?
I am employed. I work at Food Lion, but I don't know how long I can work there now after this.
And how long ago was it
That
that you found out you were pregnant?
I found out 2 days ago.
Okay, so very recent. You
Mm-hmm.
have substantial amount of time to think about any kind of decisions that you would like to make. But before discussing your pregnancy further, I would like to redirect to how you like how you are doing in school. Like, how is your schoolwork coming along, and how are you performing?
It's good so far, um, but with this, I don't know how I'm going to be able to balance everything. You know, I want to graduate coming up, and I want to find a job after I graduate. And how am I supposed to do that and care for myself as well as another human?
There's ways, and I believe that you possess the necessary skills to do such a thing, considering you are a senior in college, which a lot of people do not make it to your level. And for you to get to the position that you are in, there must be something that you're doing right. You're able to balance activities, social life with school, and things like that. But it definitely could complicate the process with a
Yeah,
baby.
it probably will.
So tell me about any friendships that you have. Who are you close to?
Um, well, I'm in a fraternity on campus, so I have a bunch of sisters, and I'm close with one of my roommates, but I don't have really anyone really, really close to me except for my roommate.
Okay. So you don't have anyone on campus that you're comfortable with disclosing this kind of information?
Just my roommate. I could tell my sisters, but I feel like they just wouldn't be able to relate or understand.
Yeah, because who can if they're not going through the same thing you have or haven't? What about your family?
I talk to my mom mostly every day, but I just don't know how they're going to take this news because, again, I'm a senior and I'm trying to graduate, and I don't want them to be disappointed in me and that I was reckless and just now I'm pregnant and what am I going to do now? You know.
So you're afraid that they'll be disappointed in the pregnancy. Do you know who the father is?
Honestly, no. I've just had a couple of hookups recently, and I just don't care to talk to them anymore.
Okay. So you don't have any interest in having the possible father of your baby in your life, right, helping you raise.
And I don't really care if they're there or not.
Understandable, since you don't have that close relationship to them. So you said you're close to your mother, closer to your mother. When's the next time that you will go home to see your family?
Christmas break, because my parents live about 5 hours away. So I don't see them often, but I should be seeing them in about a month and a half for Christmas.
Okay. So it gives you enough time to think about everything, but that is still a pretty decent amount of time away from now. Um, in the meantime, like between now and the time you go home, I would suggest thinking about how you would like to go about raising or keeping your baby. Um, what is your stance on that?
Well, if it's another woman, then she can have an abortion because it's what she wants to do. But I just don't think I can. I don't think I could do that. And also giving it away for adoption, I don't know if I could hold a baby for 9 months and care for it and just give it away once I'm finally able to hold it. So I guess I'm just kind of left with having to keep it because I don't know what else to do.
Okay. So you don't believe in abortions for yourself, and you don't want to devote 9 months into carrying your baby just to give it up for adoption.
Exactly.
Okay, so I understand that if you're going to devote that time to making sure your baby is developing well, that you would want to raise it further. It may be hard to do that though, realistically, on your own, if you're trying to balance between school, work, and everything else that's going on when you're in your life. So between now and the time that you see your parents, I would suggest deciding a little bit early on, like whether or not you want to keep the baby, but it sounds like you want to raise the baby. And when you go home, or even a little sooner, because a month and a half is a long way away, and by then you'll start to see changes in your body. You could bring it up to your mom first. How do you feel about doing that?
I think that's probably the best option because I don't want to just come to the house and with a belly and just ring the doorbell. So I think it would be best to give them a cushion for landing, basically. And so I guess I will just tell them before I get there.
Yes, because that way they won't be surprised whenever you show up. And I would suggest telling your mother first, since you are closer to her, and y'all can all just sit down and talk about it whenever you get there. And because you're a lovely person, and I'm sure that you're a great resemblance of your parents, they will help support you in this time of need. So what I want you to do for next time is, for our next session, I will connect you to the local Planned Parenthood, which is a women's health center, and they possess the professional employees that deal specifically with teenage pregnancies or just pregnancies in general, and they can assist you like through like the developmental process and watch your health and provide you with a little bit more information that I might not have given you. So I will give you their number and I will contact you with a representative there. And until next time, have a great day, Lacey.
Thank you so much, Dylan.